constantly trying to push the other person to do better at whatever it is. But then the other ones, we're always kind of chasing each other as well, because, you know, take Brad for instance. You know, he's getting out there, and I feel like if I don't get out there, somehow I'm going to fall behind. So it pulls me into a direction of, you know, I need to hunt harder or fish harder or whatever it is. And Brian, he's the same way. One thing that they don't know is I look up to them quite a bit.
We gotta bowl down. All right.
It's a little squally out right now. Went from like sunny to a whiteout. And it'll be back sunny again here in a minute.
So what happened to that bull yesterday? Did you end up shooting it?
No, the angle was off. He was far away, and I messed up, and that's my bad. But we ended up following the whole herd. They stampeded through the forest and started single filing. So we followed him for a while and bumped him all the way down towards camp, and tried to make a play on him. But public lands are public lands, and there's other people out here, and they ended up scaring him off.
So you didn't shoot him?
I did not.
You're sure of that?
I am very sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there was snow everywhere. There's no blood. There's no
The
hair.
angle wasn't off. You just missed.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, yes, I did. But it was
if you really want to twist the knife in.
It was a far
geometry,
shot, and it
right?
was steep, and I miscalculated how much the bull would drop. But anyways,
well, better that than wounding him.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I don't feel good about it. It's honestly the first time I've ever whiffed, and it was not a good day. So anyways, I've got a picture of the bullet chart, but I want to make a play on those elk. They started heading back uphill to where we walked yesterday, and it is like an elk highway up there on that bench. And I think if we get up high and just look down on that thing, there'll be elk moving through there at some point in the day.
Cool. Okay. All right, let's all head up there today. See if we can't just hang out up there and get lucky.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Kurtis or I should shoot this time.
I don't know.
Right at this point, I'm the only one that hasn't pulled the trigger, so...
Just a suggestion, I don't know.
I have to redeem myself.
I'll coach you this time.
Yeah.
So it's never too early to put on chopstick. We're just waiting for our first light. There's a bench up here where Brian saw a bull yesterday. That's where he was at when he shot at that bull. It's a really good elk zone, so we gotta wait till first sight before we buck up there. Let's go down up this mountain this morning. We got team chopstick over here. Chopsticks. Just saw 2 bucks. Maybe like 80 yards, but they were too small for Kurtis to shoot. He's holding out for a big boy. dark yet, but the day is young. It's a good looking spot. I get set up and see if we can glass for a bit. So we're back at that spot where I shot at the elk yesterday and brought a rangefinder, and it measured damn close to 400 yards considering the elevation. So that's why I missed. My bullet dropped, but I've never used a scope so powerful before. And I zoomed in and that thing was taking up the whole scope. And I had a lot of confidence. I was overconfident. And so that's a bummer, but if you have a powerful scope, don't shoot without your rangefinder first.
I think sometimes the frustration is that probably all youngest siblings can relate, is that you're sometimes often treated like a baby. And, you know, like if I mess up on something when I'm outdoors or in any other capacity, I think Brad and Kurtis feel an obligation to explain to me how I messed up. It's just like, yes, I know. And I think that's an instinct that is, at this point now, I laugh about it.
I think the thing that was like challenging, I think having three brothers growing up is, you know, you have your moments of being close and then your moments of not being so close, depending on the age. One neat thing about growing up with brothers is there's some encouragement that, and maybe this goes across the board for all siblings, but with brothers, like hunting, for instance, we all hunt, and we all encourage each other to get back in there further, stay longer, or, you know, we're constantly pushing each other to work harder, not just hunting, but anything. So let's see if we can keep an eye on them up here.
See lots of red on the snow next to something tan. Yeah, that's him. You can see a bullet hole. He's down. I can see him. Barely. Holy smokes. I can see blood in the snow.
Yeah, I can see it right below that tree.
So, I had him dead to rights at like 80 yards. But I didn't want to shoot him. I wanted you to shoot him.
Yeah. When you're kids, I think there's just a hierarchy. I was the baby, and then I had my older brothers who were so much older than me. And then the older you get, the more you just become adult friends and equals.
You know, a lot of siblings end up going separate directions. For us, I feel like we've just gotten closer over time. So I feel in some ways like now, you know, we're better bonded as brothers now than we ever have been.
So this is the first Brian bull here. It's got a little yellow tag in it. It says, what does it say on the other side? It's got a number.
It's got a number, and then on this side it says RTN/IDFG, which stands
So-
for Idaho Department of Fish and Game.
Isn't that a radio transmitting
I don't know. There's
device?
There's
I think,
another.
I think it is. I'm gonna be talking totally out of turn here, but I feel like that's some way, like he was like, they don't collar him now maybe, and that's an option. I have no idea. We need to get back to town and ask people that actually know what they're talking about, but
So-
either way, it's pretty unique because I've never seen one before.
We saw a cow with a collar. I do think that they collar. I think that this is just a cheaper way. If somebody kills a bull and they find it, they can just report it. So it's voluntary. But yeah, let's see what this guy's story is. See where.
Yeah, we'll find out once we turn it in. That's cool. Look at that. He's a cute little 5-point.
He's cutie.
Cute little guy. Day went from watching you nap, wondering why you were sleeping all day, and seeing elk off in the distance, to having a bull pop over a ridge randomly, and now we're getting one, cutting it up. So
It's actually focusing my energy to have a premonition of this elk. So,
oh right, of course.
yeah, that's how I knew it coming. So actually, it's really interesting. At the exact same time as yesterday, where we got up out of another nap, and saw the other herd of elk. That's right when this elk started popping over, and
mid-afternoon.
I started frantically putting my shoes on and to get a shot.
I saw you I was downhill trying to find something bedded, and I look up after you whistled at me to tell me to stop, not move, and I look at you and you're just like in a panic putting your shoes on, and I was like, oh my gosh, something's happening. I don't know what, but something's happening. And here we are.
Here we are.
All right, let's get to work.
All right.
Here we go. A double half hitch.
kind of capping off our day here. So we just got done butchering Brian's elk, and I came down to this cliff to kind of glass the last little bit of light, and there's an elk not very far above our camp too. So it's been an elk kind of day. You're gonna see an elk all over the place. Can't beat a day like today though. I always like it when somebody else shoots an elk because then I can keep hunting. But you get to feel like you're a part of the experience too. I'm really glad it was for my brother's shop because he needed some meat too, so it worked out perfectly. Alright, I'm gonna glass a little bit more. I see there's like at least a dozen head of elk right where on the ridge that Kurtis walked up yesterday morning. I thought they might be the same elk I saw this morning. They're not that far from them. I can't really see any bulls. The light's kind of hard and they're a long ways away. Oh my gosh. This day is too good to be true. So we're over here just like glassing up elk, the last light here. And Brian walks up and I say, hey, guess what? There was a cow on that knob real low down where you were at the other day. And Kurtis is like, Brian pulls up his binos and goes, yeah, there's somebody working on an elk down there with a dead elk.
Yeah, see that? So we're coming out back to camp, and I look up and there's 2 bulls and 2 cows on the hillside, 291 yards. I made 2 good shots. I heard the bullets, both of them whop, and then he was kind of acting like he was gonna get up. Shot a 3rd time. I'm not totally sure where that 3rd one hit, but he's coming down. Back. I think I see him. Yeah, I see him laying right there. So we got a bull down. All right.
He's like, wait, it's Kurtis. So Kurtis has a dead elk down there now. Yeah. So we got 2 dead elk in one day.
Pretty good day.
It's a pretty good day, man.
And they are way down there.
And the best part of it is like none of these elk belong to me. So now I just get to I got a long time just to keep hunting and wait for something nice.
He's dead up here. Let's go see what we got.
I don't want to give Kurtis a big head or anything.
Yeah, I think his ego doesn't need it. He's gonna I can already hear him. So if this wasn't on camera, I'd say that Kurtis is pretty consistent at delivering. But since this is on camera, I'm not gonna say that. So Kurtis, if you watch this and ever, you didn't hear it from me.
I think there's 2 ingredients when you're hunting. Like, you have to be a good woodsman and hunter and have that skill, and then there's also a tinge of luck. And Kurtis seems to be gifted with both, and that helps. Yeah. You can be a really good hunter and you can have bad luck. And Kurtis has some charm, it seems.
There you go, got him. A 5x6. That's awesome. super happy. Brad and Brian went up and over the mountain. I decided to stay low just because there's too much good looking country, and didn't see anything all day. Counted like 10 deer. And then we're headed back to camp. The camp is just like a half mile away. And I look up on the hill and here's 2 cows, 2 bulls looking at us. And we got him. Shot 3 times. First one was a good hit. Looks like, but he kept going. Second shot put him down. And honestly, I don't know if the third shot hit him or not, but he did start tumbling, and now we've got work to do. It's awesome. We just rolled the bull over. 2 shots, about 4 inches apart. One here and one right here. I don't know which one finally did the trick, but he wasn't going far anyway. But it's something that I've grown up doing is if you shoot and they're still standing, try to end it as fast as you can, and this is why you do it, so they just pile up. So that's awesome. God, that's pretty, man. Nozzler E-tip.
Brian just split off our path back to camp here to go help Kurtis work up his bull. And I don't know if it's just getting older or what, and I don't get to hunt with my brothers as much anymore, but coming onto this trip, I don't know if I talked about this before or not, this is a completely new area. We've never hunted here before. So it's a bit of a shot in the dark. But all I really wanted was for both of them to shoot stuff. So for both of them to get an elk on the same day, I'm not like surprised at all, but it also just makes me so happy. Like, that made my trip. I could care less whether or not I shoot an elk at this point. I mean, I'd like to, but I've got lots of meat. I've killed a lot of animals this year. And now I feel like I can actually like enjoy the hunt knowing they both have killed elk. God, couldn't have gone any better. What a fun trip.
Guess we've got a little snow squall coming through. Kind of cool. You'd think it'd start moving animals around, but it's been dead. Assuming this passes, we'll see what happens.